The ASP continued. I want that boy. Have you heard me? I want that boy in custody before the end of this week. I don't care if we have to storm his lecture hall, but I want that boy. And when I get my hands on him, I would hang him upside down and show him what we do to pikin wey no dey hear word. Wow. Welcome to Impacting Humanity in Imperfection. I've just read from the last paragraph of page 279 of The Protagonist, A Tale of Two Halves. Today we're going to continue on the root cause analysis, but looking at nations and using the UK as a case study. Okay, so we will be discussing the root cause analysis again. Okay, last video I mentioned 3 key root causes that I wanted to deal with. And the one we're going to look at today is the breakdown in the Core Formative Family Unit. If you recognize, I have used core and formative deliberately in my explanation or wanting to explain this root cause, and it's for a deliberate reason. If we look at core, the word core, what does that really mean? It means the center. It means the foundation. It is the integral part of something. So it's that core, the formation, the core, foundation. While the formative deals with giving form, constructive, developing. Okay, so if we look at these 2 words, core, formative, and there's a breakdown. So what we're saying is there's a breakdown in the foundation, the central parts, the value system of a family that has led to a deficiency in the formation. So it's malfunctioned and it's now deformed. So when there is a breakdown in the Core Formative Family Unit, then you can see where I'm going with this. There's trouble. Because what is produced or what is put out there becomes deformed. It becomes warped, not fit for purpose. And that's what we see in the family unit. That's a major root cause in the UK that I have observed, where that's what should have been a close-knitted, strong family unit has broken down. And the products of the family unit is deformed. The children. Where there's a survey that's out there that says that 23% of the UK household is made up of single parents, and 90% of this 23% is headed by women. So what it tells me is that the male role model, the male figure, are not present. So that value system that they bring into the family unit is missing. I can understand where the marriage is not working out and people go their separate ways. But the male figure, the role model, the male role model must always be in the life or lives of the children in order to provide that value support to them. If not, we are in big, big, big trouble. So, and that's where we find ourselves in the UK, where there's missing role models, especially Black or Afro-Caribbean or ethnic minority male role models, or they're missing. So the young chap who is impressionable sees Dwayne at the street corner with a brand new trainers selling drugs, and he sees Dwayne as a role model, and he gets into criminality because Dwayne is the positive role model that he sees, which is so unfortunate. So this breakdown in the core family unit is a major root cause. Also, when we start looking at the family unit, we start seeing things like government interference in the family unit, where parents are now conflicted on how to discipline their children without falling foul of the system, where children now know that they have so much power that they could easily pick up the phone and call social services. So parents are conflicted. They don't know what to do, how to discipline the children, and the children are running wild. I would liken it to giving a child so much power, or giving a child the keys to a Ferrari at the age of 13 and say, here are the keys. Here's this machine, powerful machine. Do with it whatever you will. And you know that's a disaster going somewhere to happen. And that going somewhere to happen is in later years, or the child would crash and burn the machine. So the government interference has given so much power to the children that the parents are lost. They do not know where they're going, how to discipline, how to chastise, what's extreme, what's not extreme. They're just stuck. And then we start to see the breakdown in the family unit in areas such as poor parenting. Yes, I said it. There are people who are not cut out to be parents. And I initially wanted to really go to town with this, but I will be deliberately liberal here, because poor parenting might not necessarily be someone being lazy in parenting. It could be poor parenting based on medical or mental health issues, chronic mental health situation where you can't parent properly, or where a child gives birth to a child. So someone who is 15, 16 or younger gives birth. How are they going to bring up this child properly? How are they going to instill this value into this child? So a child is bringing up a child. And that's a problem waiting to happen in the future. Or to just be people are not cut out to be parents. Maybe they've come out from, or they've grown up in an abusive family home, and then they now have their own family. You cannot give what you don't have. You cannot give good parenting when you don't know how to. And we start seeing the degrading, the dismantling of what in those days used to be a tight-knitted family unit, where there was value, where there was integrity, where there was knowing what's right from wrong, where there was a situation where you knew you could not cross the line. If you had to cross the line, man, you will be in big trouble or lost. And we wonder why there's so much criminality on the streets of the UK. And don't forget, I'm using UK as a case study. It happens everywhere in so many societies. Don't even get me started about Nigeria. So you'll be wondering why so much criminality on the streets, and you'll be wondering why the children are running riot, why you have gun crimes, knife crimes, prostitution. It is because there is a breakdown in the Core Formative Family Unit, and what we are producing is deformed. So, ladies and gentlemen, next time I will be going into another root cause, which will be it will be the absence of community. Join me in the fourth night as we collectively start to impact humanity together. Thank you.